Hello, St. Vincent's friends and families. We're back with chapter 5 of Cam Jansen and the Birthday Mystery. Chapter 5. And remember, at the end of each chapter, we're going to have some questions that need to be answered. Alrighty, chapter 5. When the car stopped, Mr. Jansen hurried up to his parents. Cam, Eric, Miss Jansen, and the police officers were right behind him. Mr. Jansen grabbed and kissed his parents. "Hi, Granny." "Hi, Gramps," Cam said. Then she and Mother hugged them too. Mr. Jansen stood back. He looked at his parents and asked, "Are you hurt?" "No," Granny said. "The cab driver just told us to get out of his cab, so we did. You should have seen him drive off." Gramps added, "Someone should have given him a ticket for speeding." Granny told the police officers, "We were looking for another cab when I realized he had our luggage and the 2 birthday gifts we brought along. It's all in the trunk of his cab," Gramps said. "That's why we drove off so fast. And that's why he left us far away from anyone who could help us. He didn't just want us out of the cab. He wanted to keep our luggage and gifts." Granny said, "When we realized we were robbed, I called you on my cell phone." "I'm Officer Taylor," the woman said as she took a pen and pad from her pocket. "Can you describe the man?" "Of course I can describe him," Granny answered. "He wasn't polite. He was greedy and not honest." "Please," Officer Taylor said, "tell us what he looks like. Is he tall or short? Is he fat or thin? What color are his eyes? His hair? What is he wearing?" Cam's grandparents looked at each other. They thought for a moment. "We never saw his face," Granny said. "He sat in the front seat of the cab and he never turned to look at us." Officer Taylor asked, "Can you describe the cab?" "It was yellow," Gramps said, "and there were candy wrappers on the floor." Here's a picture for you guys. Looks like the cab pulling away, speeding fast. Officer Taylor closed her pad and put it back in her pocket. "There are hundreds of cabs here," she said. "They're all yellow and probably all have candy wrappers on the floor. Without a better description, we can't help you." "You mean all of our things are gone?" Gramps asked. "You mean the gifts are gone? That's why he robbed us? He saw those gift wrap boxes and wanted them." The policeman smiled. "I'm Officer Millenstock," he said to Cam's grandparents. "Most people call me Officer M. Just think for a moment. I'm sure you really did see the driver." Officer M took out his pad and waited. "Well," Granny said, "I saw the back of his head, and he has long blonde hair." "He's wearing a black jacket," Gramps added. "There was a really big dent in the side of the cab. I remember that because it was hard to open the door." "Now that's something," Officer M said. "We'll go to the terminal where the cabs wait. Maybe we'll find the thief there, or maybe one of the other cab drivers will be able to help us." "I'm sorry," Officer M told Cam, Eric, and Cam's parents, "but we don't have room for all of you in our car." Cam's grandparents got into the back of the police car. The car drove off. Cam, Eric, and Cam's parents started to walk toward the terminal. "I may have seen him," Cam whispered to Eric. "I may have seen the thief." Then Cam closed her eyes and said, "Click." That's the end of chapter 5. You guys ready for the questions? Remember, you can use your yes or no head nods, use your tablets or communication devices, or you'll use your words if you can. Chapter 5. The thief drove off with their cake and ice cream, yes or no, or luggage and gifts, yes or no. The answer is luggage and gifts.